Grand Raw Rising, kings and queens. Grab your coffee or your tea and enjoy some sacred healing space for all ages and reflections that are welcomed. No matter if you're at work, watching the kiddos at home, or even driving on the road, Rising with Raw is a beautiful sacred space to learn about the chakras as well as receive our collective card reading for the day. Along with this, we will have beautiful guests and members of the tribe come on to share their gifts, their practices, knowledge, and wisdom as we self-empower and become aware of who we are as we go forth by day.
Walking like an Egyptian. Walking like an Egyptian. Walking like an Egyptian. Walking like an Egyptian.
A rebel who went searching for treasures in his soul, fishing for gold. I found a key to unlock the door to my mind's gate, hidden with some hieroglyphs. Told me about my future and my past, and that I should get. Till I work it and get up off my ass. I'm on the path to move the masses to spiritual tactics. So masters, you bastards, spread it through classes. Live your life.
Grand day! On this episode of Rising with Raw, I, Crystal Light, guide us through a oracle reading of the day from the Book of Doors divination deck, which is a alchemical, ancient Egyptian or ancient Kemet oracle deck. And this also goes with the original Egyptian Kemetic names as well. And this reading, tying in with our heart chakra for the chakra of the day, deals a lot with facing our impulses and shining love into our shadow. And in our second half of Rising with Raw, we do a very interactive practice for helping unblock and open our heart chakras. And this deals with journaling and burning the paper through a burning ceremony, helping tap into compassion, forgiveness, and unconditional love for our past experiences. Enjoy the episode. Feel free to leave your feedback or anything that you'd like to reflect upon or that you got downloaded during this video. If you are someone that would like to be a guest on Rising with Raw, you may direct message me, Marcus Crystal Light, to set up an episode. I'll share. What a beautiful day. Welcome everybody, kings and queens of this planet Earth, and thank you for joining me, tapping in and rising together here in this sacred conscious community space, live on Instagram, Sacred Light 33. I am your host, Marcus, aka Crystal Light, and today, on this episode of Rising with Ra, on this Wednesday, we are going to be exploring the Heart Chakra, the Heart Center, the beautiful green, beautiful energy center of light in the center of our chest. That is the balancing point of the higher and lower, the balancing point between heaven and earth, the balancing point where we're all within ourselves together. Good old Heart Chakra. Welcome in. Welcome Kaya. Welcome Sammy. Sammy, I know it's been a couple of years, so it's really good to see you. And welcome into this Rising with Ra space for the first time. And welcome in Queen. How is everybody today on this middle of the week, Wednesday, if we're flowing with the Gregorian calendar aspect? And just want to say, these are transformative times that we are in. Not to say that every day is not transformative, but wow, the way that perception and the way that reality is just shifting and also becoming way less of a veil between the dimensions for me has been very interesting for my being. It's put me in a lot of spaces mentally where I almost am just unidentified or just really cannot hold on to or find myself identifying by this world, identifying by what other people are doing, identifying by the typical normals of other people, or like the stereotypes or the overgeneralizations of what humans are and what humans do, and all these different things. I'm finding myself more and more continuing to release and detach from all of these worldly concepts and worldly affairs. And it's quite nice. It's definitely a process though. There's shadow integration that's involved with that, because you're purging, you're releasing programming, you're also releasing past patterns and habits that have been incorporated due to the programming and the system that we have aligned ourselves with since birth. But it's well worth it. It's well worth dealing with the purging, dealing with the shadows that come up, to integrate, so that you could really be more firm in your light and more in your truth naturally, so then your electromagnetic energy can continue to circulate with more ease and with more power as well. And when I say power, I mean more support, more amplification of your pure light and unconditional love being able to flow through you into your electromagnetic field, your aura, and out into the cosmic universe. And this actually is a great way to talk about the heart chakra, the heart center, as it is the center of our 7 chakras. When it comes to our 7 chakras of the physical being, the heart center is the prime and most balanced and focused energy center when it comes to radiating our electromagnetic energy from our human being. So later on, when we get into the heart chakra, I'm going to guide us through a wonderful energy practice or activity to help open up our heart chakra. Also tap into the energy of compassion and forgiveness, and just really open up those alleyways for allowing unconditional love and bliss to stream through the heart center. So that'll be a little bit later on in the live when we go over heart chakra. But first, to start off in this Rising with Ra here on this Wednesday, I will be doing our collective card reading for the day. And our collective card reading for the day, I will be pulling a card from the Book of Doors. And the Book of Doors, this is a alchemical, ancient Egyptian, ancient Kemetic, oracle divination deck. So this is a very, ancient rooted. It's very Kemetic and Egyptian rooted, and it also deals with the pure Egyptian names, or the original Egyptian names before, colonialization. So this is the deck I'll be using today for our card reading. And for everybody out there that just joined, the deck is the Book of Divination, or the Book of Doors, Divination. And it's an alchemical ancient Egyptian deck. And before I begin, there's an announcement I'd like to make for everybody out there. And my announcement is that coming up this Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern, I will be bringing back and hosting my first of the year Sacred Light giveaway.
Hey, grand day everybody, it is Marcus Crystallite. I am so happy to announce that I am bringing back the Sacred Light giveaway. The Sacred Light giveaway will be my first of this year, and it will be taking place on October 7th, beginning at 1:11 p.m. Eastern, and the space will be open until about 2:30, 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern. It will be held live on Instagram, Sacred Light 33, and during this giveaway, the first winner will receive one free holistic energy healing practice service through myself, and the second winner will be receiving a crystal of choice along with a combination of a Palo Santo stick, and they will be Reiki infused with my own personal Reiki energy before being transported to you. Those will be the wonderful gifts that will be in abundance to receive during this giveaway. In order to be a part of the giveaway, you'll have to be live in the live space to receive the instructions on how to receive and be a part of the giveaway. I'll see you all then this Saturday for a fun, conscious community space. Ashe.
I've done Sacred Light giveaways numerous times throughout last year, and it brought so many beautiful memories, a lot of fun, and community connection. Along with that, it just created really cool experiences of exchange, gifting people and letting people win and receive abundance has been a lot of fun. So I felt called to bring it back, the Sacred Light giveaway. And I'll be hosting it this Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern here live on Instagram, Sacred Light 33. And everybody is welcome to participate and be a part of the giveaway. And in order to be a part of the giveaway, you'll have to be present in the live. And then I will tell you a specific emoji to put.
to indicate that you are eligible and want to be in the giveaway during the live. And then I will put everybody in a list online and then put it into a duck race. And then we'll all watch a duck race together. That's rubber ducks. It's really fun, really good inner child play. But we'll watch the ducks play, listen to some music while they race, and then that's how the winner will be determined during the live. And that will be Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern. The space will be open for about 2 hours altogether at the most, and you'll have to be present during the live in order to be eligible for the giveaway. And I'll be giving away to my first winner 1 free energy healing session of any of my holistic energy healing services, and I will give you the options of which ones to choose from whenever you win. And then I'll also be giving away to a second winner 1 crystal of their choice out of a couple of crystals I will give the option of, along with a Palo Santo stick combination. So you'll get a Reiki infused crystal of choice and a Reiki infused Palo Santo stick combination as the second winner. So there'll be 2 winners, 2 opportunities to receive abundance and beautiful gifts during the live. And once again, that will be Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern, and it's this Saturday. So spread the word, invite others, allow beautiful community to come in and enjoy the space. And it's also a space where it's open to community. If you're someone that aligns with, the sacred values, and you want to come on and enjoy community space, connect, maybe even do like a card reading or share a little bit of a practice with the community, that is definitely acceptable. Just let me know and reach out. So that's my announcement this Saturday, Sacred Light Giveaway, 1 p.m. Eastern. Be live here on Instagram. Okay. So our card for today. Our card for today is from the family of Neph, and it is the priestess, the queen, the goddess energy of Serquet. So Serquet in this image is a very powerful image when it comes to shadow integration, shadow transformation, as well as standing tall in truth, justice, integrity, and also allowing unconditional love to take over. So if you look in this image here, Serquet is sitting in she's sitting in the throne, and then she's standing on a scorpion. And then her standing and crushing the scorpion is like a symbolic representation of, standing on and crushing your demons, crushing your shadows with purity, love, truth, balance. So this is basically just stepping on it, kind of like, putting an end to the endless cycles, putting an end to the feeling of not being in control of your aspects, and just really taking a stand and facing your demons, facing your shadows. And when I say facing them and standing, I'm not talking about a polarized, separate way or a positive versus negative type of way. I'm talking in a facing your own self in the mirror, understanding that these aspects are just a part of your being, and there's a purpose, there's a harmony and a balance that can be maintained with them. But our shadows and our demons, we got to think of it, it's really darkness. The more darkness there is, the more ignorance, the more unawareness of the pure light and source there is. So the more we're able to bring unconditional love, truth, purity, and acknowledging the existence and the okayness of learning and growing and making mistakes, then we can tame, we can bring to balance, we can really wrap our shadows, wrap those demon parts of ourselves, wrap it with a blanket of love. And with that blanket of love, it allows it to soothe, to relax, to let go, and just allow itself to be immersed into the light, into the pure unconditional love of life. So that's what I really get from this right here, is the stepping on the scorpion. Yes, it can seem like it's like a very aggressive and, very, very on-putting demeanor. But we can also think of this as just really taking a stand with our own self, with our own patterns, with our own habits, with our own ways of thinking, and really just allowing unconditional love and allowing eternal thinking, eternal conscious thinking to flow in. And when I say eternal conscious thinking, I'm saying it in the way of wholeness, of being the observer and seeing that the light and the dark are actually one. It's a spectrum that's together, supporting. It's a blend of vibrational scales. And through those different vibrational scales is different manifestations of different forms. So along with stepping on the scorpion, you also have the fire in the background, which is like the eternal fire or the Father fire. It's a purifier, it's a cleanser, transformative energy. And then last thing I want to point out is she's also holding the Ankh of Life in her left hand, which is the receiving and the amplification hand. And the Ankh is like a key. It's like a protector. It's like a sword. It holds the energy and the symbolism of truth, justice, and balance, wholeness. It's like Archangel Michael's flaming sword, but the Egyptian way. All right, so I'm going to read out the book real quick, just to give you guys a little bit more about this card and the energy of it. And let me know how this is all resonating for you guys. If there's anything that's standing out from the messages coming through. Always open to feedback. Okay, so Cirquet, she who liberates the breath.
Okay. So there's a couple things I'm going to read out of this book. Okay, so Cirquet. She who liberates the breath. The profound physical contraction of the scorpion's body, especially its tail, when threatened, and its expansion when relaxed, symbolize the rhythmic contraction and expansion of via the breath. Contraction and expansion of the lungs in the process of breathing, and the rhythmic flow of the vital force via the breath. It also represents the flow of sexual energies, and in this respect, Cirquet is the goddess of sexuality, whose energies can be channeled either positively or negatively. When used for destructive and manipulative purposes, these energies work to ensnare one more deeply into the world of appearances and become poisonous, like the scorpion's venom. In this respect, Cirquet is contraction, preventing the free flow of the life force symbolized by the ankh she holds in her left hand. I'm going to go ahead and read that last sentence one more time, because I'm sure that might not have really clicked very clearly. So I'm going to go ahead and read that again. So, Cirquet is the goddess of sexuality, whose energies can be channeled either positively or negatively. When used for destructive and manipulative purposes, these energies work to ensnare one more deeply into the world of appearances and become poisonous, like the scorpion's venom. So it's basically saying if we become too out of balance with our sexual energy and we begin to really use it unconsciously and through impulsive and toxic ways, it can be destructive and manipulative for ourselves and others. And then what this also does, according to this text, is it'll also put us more deeper into the illusion, more deeper into our cravings, more deeper into feeling like we need to, attach and basically be like a succubus in a way. And I'm sure many of us, if not all of us, have experienced this throughout our years, especially growing up as a teenager or a young adult, especially in this society and the programming. We've probably experienced this for our own self, is when we're overtly sexual and we're over-sexualizing things and projecting that leaking energy, it does definitely dive you into the perception of attaching to appearances, lusting, as well as, having impulsive cravings on, material and physical appearances. And, it also says it then becomes poisonous, like the scorpion's venom. So yeah, this definitely becomes poisonous because then you're in a cycle of attachment. You're continuously going out of yourself to fulfill yourself and feel filled with your vital energy. And you're also putting that very, very sacred and important life force energy that we have in our physical being out into different resources that are not exactly going to fill you back up or give you purity, unconditional love back. That makes sense. So, like when we think of the scorpion being stepped on, this is like, the scorpion's getting ready to become poisonous. It's getting ready to expel its poison. So instead of allowing that to fully happen, we become aware, become conscious that the scorpion is about to extract its poison. So as soon as it's about to do it, that impulse is about to be acted on, we step on the tail, we step on the scorpion, we step on the impulse. And then we integrate higher intelligence, higher consciousness, integrity,
our sacred values. We consciously remind ourselves why we're not going to act, why we're not going to continue to amplify our impulses, things like that. So that's just my way of describing the scorpion being stepped on after reading that. It just makes a lot of sense visually to think of that. Stepping on that poison before the poison gets extracted. And then that poison gets transmuted into purity and power. So let's see. But her sexuality can also be a power given as a gift by the goddess, an expression of the cosmic female principle, and it is in this way that the scorpion was considered sacred to Aset, imparting her protection, magical knowledge, and power. All right, so divinatory meaning for this card. Danger of the misuse of sexual energies or a conscious choice in their direction, magical protection, and protection of marriage. Very interesting. So yeah, just really good reminder here of honoring our sacral, honoring our sexual life force energy. And it's not all about sex. It's not all about, physical intimacy and stuff like that. Our sexual life force energy is the life force within all. It is the impulse of creation. It is exactly what gives us expression in life. So it's really beyond just sex. That's like the main correlation that it has. It also has to do with your feminine energy. It also has to do with your creative life force, your vital energy to be able to live and flow and do anything, to feel, to have senses and feel your senses. You can also tie it in with manifestation, to where the sacral is where you start cultivating and harvesting that energy for your physical manifestations. And then you raise it up through the crown, third eye, and that's how you manifest, is raising up your sexual life force energy to the crown, allowing it to release out the crown, and then it goes into your magnetic field and becomes a toroidal field. And then depending on how big or small your energy field is, it'll spread out or it'll become smaller, and it'll affect people and all that good stuff. So yeah, last reminder, just remember the importance, what's the word I'm really looking for here? The value of your life force energy. And remember, where you focus is where your energy is going to flow. So whatever you're focusing on, whatever it is that you're fixating on, whatever it is that you're continuing to give space in your mind, continuing to feed, your life force energy is going to feed into it. It's going to amplify it. It's going to be given to it. So remember to reclaim your power. Check in where you have cords. Check in where you're giving too much external, your internal space and peace of mind. And this can be with anybody. This could be with your partner. This could be with your family. It could be your kids. It could be about school, work, whatever it may be. What outside of our being are we giving too much focus to where we are losing ourselves? that we are losing our emotions and losing our power. The key is remaining sovereign in your power. No matter who you're with, no matter who you're around, no matter what you're doing. Remembering that your power is sovereign within you. And it's up to you what continues to shake you, what is worth going back and forth about, what is worth putting the effort or going out the way to serve, or feel like we need to, watch over this person, or we need to give them the answers, or basically bring them to the water and drink the water with them, or make them drink the water. These are just all things to think about and detach from if we need to. Because just remember, this is a multidimensional soul journey, however you want to word it, that is beyond just human connection, beyond this human identity and human life. We are before this human life, we are after this human life, and right now we are beyond this human life. Our true being is experiencing through this human being. That goes for all of us, goes for all of us. There's a lot of grace and a lot of beauty and a lot of faith that can be strengthened when we can really accept that we are all divine. No matter where we are, no matter what we're doing, no matter what choices we make, we're all divine, and we're all connected in this great cosmos of source. Ooh-wee. Boy, it feels good to know that melody. We already got a lot of responsibilities that we come into this life with as a human being. You got to pick your battles. Pick your battles on what you're continuing to hold on to and bring into your field as a conflict that you really want to put energy into. Oof. So that's our collective card reading for today on this Wednesday edition of Rising with Ra. And our collective card reading is dealing with putting our foot down on our impulses, bringing our higher intelligence and consciousness to our lower desires and our lower intelligence, putting effort and putting willingness into wanting to grow and wanting to shift out of behaviors, patterns that are no longer serving and where we want to go. Now I see here in the comments a comment here. I don't want any conflicts moving forward. I'm trying to avoid them. So, here's the thing. Conflicts cannot be avoided in this life. Conflicts are actually a part of expansion, growth, reflection, awareness, and much more. And if we're trying to avoid something, we're also trying to escape or run from the truth. If we are trying to avoid conflicts, we are actually also inviting conflicts. Because we live in an existence, especially in this 3D realm, of polarity. So if we're trying to avoid something, what is the universe going to deliver to us? The universe is going to deliver to us an experience that is going to be the opposite of avoiding conflicts. Why is this? because we're resisting the natural flow of life. We're resisting the wholeness of what we're in and who we are. So if we're avoiding and resisting things, then the universe is going to be like, oh, okay. Well, the goal here is that we're trying to help them or guide them to be their best, most whole, harmonic self with everything, with their own being. So if we're trying to avoid something, that's a part of our own self that we're not in harmony with. So the universe is going to give us experiences that are basically going to counteract us trying to escape and avoid. And the more that we try to escape and avoid, the more we're going to feed our shadow, the more we're also going to continue to give our power away, because we feel like we're not strong enough, because we feel like we're not in our power enough to face our challenges, to face conflicts, to move through change. So, in essence, I just want to remind us that conflicts are part of life. Conflicts is actually part of birthing. Conflict creates birthing. It creates new beginning. It creates energy. And if you do feel like you are trying to avoid something, maybe take a little bit of time with yourself and reflect. Reflect on why you're trying to avoid whatever it is. And with that reflecting, also maybe try to go through different perspectives and try to look at different ways of how conflict is impacting you. Or maybe seeing like benefits that you have received from conflict, or that you could receive through conflict. Sometimes conflict creates better communication. Sometimes conflict grows you closer with yourself or with another. Sometimes conflict comes to a brighter understanding and clarity about something. So we just got to keep these things in mind. Everything has its double-edged sword. It has its quote-unquote good and bads. But if we can start seeing things as a wholeness, a whole thing, and realize that it's not anything separate from us, there's nothing to fear outside of us, and that anything that's happening to us and with us is not against us. It's not punishment. It's not something to be scared of, because it's love. It's unconditional love. All of this that we're experiencing in life is unconditional love. It's so unconditional that we're able to go through all of these experiences of the spectrum, from the highest to the lowest density, and there's still love behind all of it. There's still a foundation of love before and after the experience. And we can always access that love, no matter what time we're in. Whether we're deep in the conflict, whether it's before the conflict or after the conflict, we're still accessed to unconditional love. And then we'll continue on with our next moments, keep on going on with our next choices of the day and the next days of life. I try to keep this in mind when I go through conflicts, or just reminding myself daily that life will continue on. No matter what conflict I'm facing, no matter if it's really hard for me to face something about myself or someone else, I just remember and train my consciousness, my mind, that still continue to get through it. Think about the times and how many times you've been able to move through your fears. And it didn't even turn out to be close to what you thought it was. Sometimes it even turned out to be way easier and way better than you even thought. And then you're able to uplift yourself, feel happy, smile, feel cheerful. Yes, exactly, Sarah. Where your attention goes, the energy flows. It's all the universe knows. Vibrational resonant frequencies that are being projected like ultralight beams for us to see that these aspects and identities are nothing more than arrows pointing back to you. You, the one with the beautiful heaven inside, that is experiencing itself through this cosmic ride. It doesn't matter if you want to slip or slide in these cosmic waters, because it's going to catch you as long as you got you. And remember that you are the I, and the I and the am. And the am is the I. As long as you can remember that you are provided for, you can spread your wings. Go ahead and be free. Sound the alarm. And the alarm goes off. Sound the alarm.
Hey, grand day. It is Marcus, Crystallite. I just wanted to announce to you with pleasure that I am going to be hosting and facilitating my first 2 flow shops in collaboration with the Reiki Center, Columbus, Ohio. Coming up on the 10th of October, I will be hosting a Sacred Light guided meditation space for a channeled meditation, along with going over 3 key ingredients I find important for meditation, getting to the basics and fundamentals of posture, the breath, as well as focusing the mind during meditation. This will be $33. And then next, I'll also be hosting and facilitating a 12 chakra class, and that will be October 29th. And that will be from 2 to 7 p.m. Eastern at the Reiki Center. I will be going over each of the 12 chakras individually, going in depth about each of them. And then afterwards, I will be doing a guided meditation for all 12 chakras to help balance and activate the 12. This one will be $100, and you can find these both on the Reiki Center website. All you do is just go to the reikicenter.com, go to classes, and then type in the dates and click on them, and then you can buy your ticket ahead of time. Thank you all. Wholeness, balance, love.
Alrighty. Boom, boom, boom. Wow. Ooh. So, Before we dive into our heart chakra education and balancing practice, I want to go ahead and open up the space. I want to open up the space for sacred community. Come on if they would like to. If you would like to share any wisdom or knowledge, or share some wonderful energy for the collective, you're more than welcome to hop on. All I ask is just sobriety and no leaking of sexual energy on these lives. Other than that, you're welcomed. So just let me know, send a request if you'd like to hop on. Then here shortly we'll hop into the heart chakra. Boom, boom. Oof. We were elevating the vibes. Set off the alarm. Alright, y'all. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab me some water, refresh myself for a moment, and I'll be back, and we'll hop into our heart chakra education as well as our practice to help balance and activate the heart chakra. Sick in bed would love some healing energy. Oh, absolutely. Everybody feel free if you would like to. Send out some love, send out some Reiki to our sister Chantel. Just place your hands out into the screen and just consciously feel your heart, feel unconditional love and Reiki, and just allow it to stream and flow through your hands, through the screen to our sister, and really anybody else that would like to receive Reiki energy. And also, I'd like to remind us that our state of mind and our mindset goes a long way when dealing with illness and imbalances. The more we continue to support and feed that we're sick, and we keep telling ourselves that we're sick, we're supporting that. But if we shift our perspective and, say that maybe I'm cleansing or that I'm purging and that I'm transforming, it can bring a different light to the process. And also remember that your healing energy, your Reiki Christ energy is also within you, and that you can access it mentally and guide it throughout your being as well. Along with that, remember your tools, your remedies, and the things that we have here on the earth to create balance and harmony in our being, whether it's essential oils, herbs, teas, being in nature, conscious breathing, using frequencies, meditation music, supportive alkaline foods, tons of water. These are all things to put together and combine throughout your times of therapy and rejuvenation, and that I use daily if needed, and it brings great success to bringing balance to my being.
Ashe. Oh yeah, I'm sure there's plenty that is being released. The more we sit with it, the more we put ourselves in stillness and just go within ourselves and really tap in and feel exactly what is being experienced, and energetically and mentally tap into it and feel it, we can get the answer intuitively from our own self, what we're going through and why. Just reflect on, like, some of the things that come up in your mental and your emotions during this period that you're going through with this illness. And that can be a good reminder of what it is that you're moving through or releasing. All right, I'm gonna grab some water. I'll be back. Use the restroom, whatever you may need to do. Grab your crystals, your sage, and we'll get into the heart chakra. Oh, nice. Crystals under the super full moon. Beautiful amplification energies. Very nice. Got a little sweet orange essential oil. Really good for uplifting energies, vibrant energies. All right. So the heart chakra. Some good crystals that resonate specifically with the heart chakra. You have rose quartz, emerald, adventurine, moldavite, aquamarine, rhodochrosite, malachite, jade, and fluorite. Quartz crystal is good for any chakra, but these are all very resonant chakras that connect with the heart chakra. And I have my rose quartz and my emerald matrix right here. $11.11. Kaboba Jasper, nice one. I really like that one. It's got like the bubbly green look to it. Bubbly green and white. Alright, so now to go into the heart chakra. The location is the center of the chest. So like not like the top of the chest or in the middle of the chest, but right at the bottom in the center. Like right where that little indent is basically is like the physical heart chakra location. Now, this kind of matters when it comes to like energetics, and when you're when you're actually putting conscious intention into where you're placing crystals and energy, because these are energy points. These are energy meridians, and they're in specific places for a reason. So the more specific we are and direct with where we're placing a rose quartz on the heart chakra, the more direct that connection and energetic magnetism is going to take place compared to placing it up here. Does that make sense? Because you want to be direct on the energy center to get the most amplification and the most use out of the energy. And the emerald, here's the emerald. Turn the filter off real quick. So this is the emerald. It's a matrix. It's not like a standard emerald. Oh, there it goes. Okay. There he is. He's a little excited. He hasn't gotten attention like this in a while. But yeah, this is my emerald matrix. Hey man, some of us may not think crystals are alive, but they're alive. They are definitely alive. It's actually something I teach is the in-depth knowledge and in-depth reality about crystals and what they are. Long story short is, these are physical bodies for the spirit of the crystal. So just like how a human has a physical body like we do here, the crystal has a physical body. And just like how a crystal, or just like how a human has a higher intelligence, the crystals have a higher intelligence as well. And it's being expressed through this physical form. So it's very conscious, just like your plants, just like your animals, just like the water and trees. It's very beautiful stuff. Welcome in, Elizabeth. Haven't seen you in like a year. Good to see you as well. Alright, so yeah, we were just going over some crystals for the heart chakra, which is our chakra of the day here on Rising with Ra. And, I'd actually like to start exploring crystal healing on these lives and share my crystal knowledge with all of you guys. Marian quartz. Like, we could just have a fun community crystal day where we all come on and talk about our crystals and share our crystals with each other. Talk about how to properly use them for healing and stuff. That might be a Rising with Ra episode coming up. Okay, so now, the heart chakra. Get my filter back on. Alrighty. So just so everybody knows, and welcome in everybody that's just joining. Earlier on in the live, I did a collective card reading for the day out of my ancient Egyptian oracle deck. You guys can catch that on the replay, which will be here on Sacred Light 33, or you can also watch it in full on the YouTube edition later on today on Sacred Light Healing and Wellness. But yeah, I did our collective card reading for the day, which was dealing with really bringing containment, bringing discipline, and bringing higher intelligence to our shadows, as well to our lower nature and desires, and finding that balance of allowing our darkness to be, but not allowing our darkness to turn into evil energy or into out of balance energy, where it turns into poison, not only for ourselves but for others. So that's a little briefness of the card reading we had earlier today in this live. Now we're moving on to going over the heart chakra, which is our chakra of the day. And then after I go over it, I will guide us and lead us in a energy practice to help with balancing the heart chakra that we can all participate in. So the characteristics of the heart chakra: it's located in the center of the chest. Its vibrational color is green. Its resonant frequency is 639 hertz. The physical organs that this chakra occupies is the heart, the lungs, the chest, the arms, and the hands. So if you're having any issues health-wise regarding any of those areas, you can work on your heart chakra. You can work on clearing it and bringing balance and activation to it. And then energetically, that will translate into your physical being and start helping with those aspects as well. Just like I was saying on my last Rise with Ra, I like to combine my practices. I like to do internal work and external work, not just like one or the other, because there's great benefit in doing both, and actually can speed up and amplify the quantum field of your healing process. So you're doing physical, you're writing down stuff, you're journaling, you're attending a healing session, something like that. But then you're also in your own time listening to heart chakra frequencies. You're going in and meditating with yourself, doing things that are going to balance the external and internal of bringing healing and balance to the being. This could also look like, drinking cacao. And now while you're drinking cacao, you're listening to 639 hertz and consciously just being present with that. That's like an internal and external way of bringing healing to your being at the same time. So this energy center is going to deal with the energies of unconditional love, your ability to give and receive, your ability to tap into compassion, the ability of empathy,
which also comes the great power of transmutation. Forgiveness, acceptance, balanced emotions, as well as gratitude. So these are all main energies that encompass the heart chakra. And the more we work on these characteristics in our own life, work on developing them, that is, the more we bring balance and activation to our heart chakra. So now, identifying blocks. What blocks can look like in the heart chakra. This could look like feeling separate or alone in this world, rejecting ways to receive love or fearing intimacy from those around you, blood pressure issues, infections of the lung and heart, feeling stuck on expressing our inner truth, holding grudges, trust issues, lack of consideration, overactivations in the heart chakra. This can look like wanting to be the caregiver for everybody, or continuously putting others first, having poor boundaries on awareness of where we're placing our love, empathically picking up unwanted energies, and codependency are overactivations of the heart chakra. Some foods and herbs that you can use for the heart chakra: leafy greens, broccoli, celery, basil, cilantro, thyme, and sage. And then different types of teas like hibiscus, jasmine, and rose, moringa. And then practices that you can use. You can use affirmations, mudra, hand postures, heart chakra guided meditations, or meditate with 639 hertz, or the singing bowls, different yoga poses that you can look up. You can do forgiveness work, journaling, conscious conversation, mental and energetic practices as well, with releasing and forgiveness. Forgiveness work is something that I slightly touch on in my intuitive life guidance when it comes to the one-on-one sessions. It's something that just kind of blends in with the shadow integration as well as the daily patterns and habits. Forgiveness work is also something that you can reach out to my partner, Holistic Butterfly, for support on. It's something that she puts a lot of dedication into. And you can also practice receiving support or allowing waves of intimate love into your life. So practice receiving support is just saying, like, you have a friend and you just want to be like, hey, I'd really like to sit and, if you could listen to what I have to express, I'd really appreciate it. And I'd also appreciate any conscious feedback or any conscious upliftment and support. Just kind of reaching out and taking the step and taking the initiative to be in the spaces and create the spaces, rather than waiting for somebody to initiate it with you, and also expecting people to just want to hold a space for you or want to do things for you. Just taking that initiative and really wanting to, and having the courage to want to start practicing supportive spaces. I can also connect with animals, pets. Then there's the mantra as well. The mantra is Yam. Alright, and then an affirmation for the heart chakra. You guys can use this affirmation, of course, anytime, or you can kind of mix your own off of it. There's no right or wrong, it's just affirmation. But the affirmation is, I am letting go of grudges as I am accessing compassion and understanding for where we were consciously during the experience to develop forgiveness. I am letting go of grudges as I am accessing compassion and understanding for where we were consciously during the experience to develop forgiveness. And one more time. I am letting go of grudges as I am accessing compassion and understanding for where we were consciously during the experiences to develop forgiveness. And I like to repeat my affirmations about 3 to 5 times to really solidify the vibration. I'm actually going to go ahead and put the affirmation down here in the comments, so then if you guys want to steal it and run away with it, you can. I am letting go of grudges as I am accessing compassion and understanding for where we were consciously during the experience to develop forgiveness. Alright, there's the affirmation pinned down below in the comments if you would like to keep that affirmation. Alrighty. Are there any questions at all for the viewers out there in the comments? Any questions regarding the heart chakra? And just like I had mentioned on Monday, I offer one-on-one private sessions for chakra empowerment, where I educate you on the chakra of your choice, go fully in depth on the characteristics, identifying blockages, overactivations, give you a reflection space to journal out any of your identifying of blockages or overactivations in your heart chakra, as well as to reflect upon it with me and receive guidance. And then along with that, I give you some tools, practices, and strategies that you can use to balance and maintain the heart chakra or the chakra of your choice. And then I also finish up with a chakra guided meditation for that specific chakra to assist you in releasing and activating that chakra. $33 for those sessions, and you guys can just direct message me to set up your booking or go over any of the content or any questions that you have. Alright, so our practice today on this Rising with Ra for the heart chakra. We're going to get a little deep into our hearts. We're going to feel little feels maybe. But it's okay. You know, it's okay. We got to feel to heal, as they say. And for this practice, you can type or you can write if you would like. And then if you have like maybe a fire of some sort or something to light the paper on fire, you know, that'd be wonderful. But basically this practice is going to be a fire ceremony. We're going to journal out anything that we can think of within our being that we have been burying or holding on to in our heart, when it's come to something that we can forgive, a grudge that we're holding, a feeling of separation, or anything surrounding these characteristics of the heart chakra. So we're going to write them out so we can release them. And then we're going to use some conscious prayer. And with our fire, light the piece of paper and allow it to dissolve back to source. Fully release and let go. Allow forgiveness to come through. Allow ourselves to feel compassion. And that will be our practice. So if you need to, you may want to get outside or go by a sink or whatever you may need to make sure that you're safely doing this practice. And go ahead and grab your journal or whatever it is that you want to use. Maybe even grab your heart chakra crystals. And we're going to go outside. And we're going to bring the Palo Santo as well. And then afterwards, after going through some cleansing removal, maybe we can do a little bit of movement and just release and brush off the debris. Oof, it's a beautiful day. What a beautiful day. Could not be more perfect out here. Alrighty. So let's go ahead and take a moment and with our journals or whatever it is that we're using to write out and burn, let's go ahead and take a moment with ourselves and just reflect on anything that we've been holding on to, any grudges, any separation, any areas of, hate or really struggling with love, whether it's receiving it or giving it to somebody, or something that we could really forgive from a past experience. Let's go ahead and think about this for a moment and go ahead and journal it out onto the paper. And when you journal this out, there's different ways, of course, you can journal it. One way is you could use I am statements. I am acknowledging blah, blah, blah. I am ready to release and let go of it and to allow unconditional love to flow through me. It could be something like that. Or you can just write down the experience, but know your intention of why you're writing it. And then you can use an affirmation as well.
Okay. So I have what I wrote down for my releasing activity. So I'll go ahead and share what I wrote in a appropriate way, of course. And it's I am releasing hold of not feeling accepted or fitting in. I am allowing compassion and forgiveness to cleanse me from fear-based actions that have been taken. We are all valid for our experiences. I accept that I have exactly what I want and need, including a beautiful life. So yeah, just really addressing the things that have lingered within me when it's come to not feeling accepted or feeling that my lifestyle or the way I authentically am fits in with this world or those around me. Something that I battled up until recently even. And I know there's many of us that deal with this, especially those of us that are aware of our higher intelligence and our our soul being self. And I just want you to know I deal with the same things as well. I go through the conflicts and the thoughts and emotions of feeling accepted and fitting in, which is a part of the reason why I do what I do and I create these spaces, is because I know what it's like to feel like you don't fit in, or that you don't have a place to be safe in your multidimensionality. So then I also added in there that I'm allowing compassion and forgiveness to cleanse me, to really bring in supportive energy and call in support. And then also bring acknowledgement that a lot of us have acted out of fear-based actions, and fears come up for a reason. They come up for valid reasons, and it's okay that we do it because it's part of our experience. And the more that we can be loved and nurtured through our fears and mistakenly acting out of fears, the more we can dissolve it. And I'm just finishing out with accepting that I have what I want and need, and will always have it. Alrighty. So if you do want to share yours, you can send me pictures of what you wrote, and I can add it in on the YouTube edition if you want. I'd definitely love to add your guys' stuff on there. It's actually something I very much enjoy to do. I would like to do with these Rising with Raws is, if you guys ever want to send in your own content or anything that you have that is regarding the episode and that's interactive with the episode, I'll definitely add it in on the YouTube edition and even highlight your name and showcase your name as well in it for everybody. Alright, so now that we have our writing, let's go ahead now and put some prayer and intention into burning and releasing it. So now it's completely up to you, of course, on how you place your intentions in your words. So we'll go ahead and take the paper now. I want you to consciously think about this, energetically think about that what you have just taken from within you and wrote down has now been taken from within and it's been placed on this paper. So truly and consciously think of that as the reality. And you can feel it energetically. So now with this energy on this paper, we're now going to come to an acceptance of what is and what we've acknowledged, to now let it go and allow it to just be and dissolve into source energy.
And if you guys want to repeat these words and affirmations while doing so, you can as well. But it goes, I am love, I am free. I am love, I am free. I am love, I am free. Go ahead and burn the paper. I am love, I am free. 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 Let it be known that I am love, I am free. Shout it out if you have to. I am love, I am free. Let the neighbors know. I am love, I am free. Alright, so now paper's burned. We have released and let go. Come to acceptance. This Palo Santo, I'm burning intentionally to now help release any lingering energies, as well as bring a protective energy field to our now vulnerable and sensitive energy. And it's a good reminder I want to give is when you're doing energy work and moving through these vulnerable times, remember that your energy field is vulnerable and open. Make sure you're calling in protection, that you're utilizing protective energy when opening up your field like this. If you would like to send in images or videos of your Rising with Ra space during any of the practices to share your vibe and share your light that you set during the Rising with Ra, feel free to send them in, direct message me, and I will add them to our episodes. Thank you for sharing yours, Sarah Broadhead.
I am love, I am free.
To close out, let's go ahead and take our hands, if you would like to. Place them on your heart. Let's go ahead and take 5 breaths to the heart, 5 very deep conscious breaths into the heart chakra. Go ahead and begin. Alright, now let's go ahead and take our hands
flip them around, face them towards our screen or out to the world. And let's just go ahead and radiate and allow that heart chakra energy to flow out across the cosmos. Feel the love that you have for yourself, the love that you have for those close to you. Feel that all flow through. Now bring the hands together in prayer form at the center of the heart. Bow the head and namaste. All right, everybody. That will do it for today on this Rising with Ra. And I will not be in the Rising with Ra space Friday, but the next one will be on Monday. And we will be going into the throat chakra. You guys can watch this replay here on Sacred Light 33 on Instagram, or later on today, you can watch the in full YouTube edition on Sacred Light Healing and Wellness. Thank you all that were here in the live and participated, shared, as well as received. And I greatly appreciate all the support, all the love, and the community that is continuing to grow and bridge as we are all here for each other in this existence of life. If you have any questions about any of my one-on-one services, you can always reach out to me and book a service or ask any questions. It's a free consultation, so we can figure out what aligns and if something resonates for you or not before diving into any money or anything like that. And just a reminder, this Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern, live on my Instagram here on Sacred Light 33, I will be hosting a Sacred Light giveaway. And I will be giving away to one winner a free holistic energy service that I offer out of my services. You'll get a free session. And the second winner will get the choice of one crystal and a Palo Santo stick combination for their energy field. That'll be this Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern, live on my Instagram. And in order to be a part of the giveaway, you'll have to be present during the live. So it'll be going from 1 p.m. to about 2:30 p.m. EST. All right, everybody. Have a beautiful day. Wholeness and balanced love.